Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to try looting the new Grubby chest. Now looting the Grubby chest is somewhat frustrating to say the least. Per key you're getting on average around 15 items, so you can only do 2 keys at a time and you do have to run a ways through the dungeon. Now we've been purchasing the keys for prices ranging between 35k and 40k per key, and they are taking quite a while to buy. After we purchase the last 42 keys, we're gonna have an average of around 37k spent per key. I'm gonna go ahead and open all of them and see if the loot you get in return is even profitable, and if it is, by how much. Anyway guys, hope you enjoy and let's get started. So the very first challenge to overcome is how do you get there? There's a few different ways. There's the xerics glade teleport up to the north, which is the closest to the eastern entrance. We have the home teleport and the skills necklace teleport. I want to go down this dungeon entrance here, so I'm just going to be teleporting to my house as it's simple and still relatively close. So we're going to run up here to the dungeon entrance. From there, we're going to run to the south. Now we have unlocked the doors here, so you don't need to cut any webs if you go this direction. Just keeping in mind you want to chuck on your protect from magic when you run by the druids. If you run to the prayer, there's also a altar right there. And here's the Grubby chest, just located in the very southwestern corner. From here, we're just going to use the keys on here. And we got some red dragon hide. It's quite challenging not to leave anything on the ground. Even that, I could barely open those keys. And just to save a little money, we're going to teleport back to Castle Wars. We'll chuck all this in the bank, and that is pretty much a run. It's a bit time consuming, but we're going to do as many of the keys as we can, hopefully 200 when we get them, and let's get started. Honestly, when I first started doing this, I didn't actually think it was going to be profitable at all. However, after doing this for a little while, I think, yeah, this is actually going to give me a solid amount of profit. Almost every key I do breaks even at least. Generally, the average loot without any good reward is 70k or something like that, which is pretty much break even. But yeah, then sometimes you'll get stuff like dragon dart tips and toad flags, and we'll price check that at 204k. This is an excellent example of what potentially could come from the chest. I am around 50 keys in right now, and I'm predicting a pretty solid profit at this point. Let's just have a quick look at the drop table for the Grubby chest. Well, the dragon dart tips are the most valuable at around 160k. Now the way this works is you get 4 separate rolls on the drop tables. You get 2 food item rolls, you get 1 potion roll, and then 1 main roll, the main roll being the most valuable items. However, the sharks, egg potatoes, ceridoma brews and whatnot, they do add up. Now this process is pretty slow. I'd say 100 keys is going to take me over an hour, but not much more than an hour. So anyway, let's finish up with the rest of the keys and we'll see how much money I made. So the profit per key is definitely not going to be an issue here. However, the amount of time it takes to run back and forth might be. We'll have to see exactly how much money we make at the end, but doing the full run from, well, your house to the Forthos dungeon takes quite a while. One full run takes at least 1 minute to go through, which is quite time consuming considering that you can only open 2 keys at once. That is the other drawback. This would be amazing if more of the supplies were stackable, but I understand that's not exactly the point. The main drop table is actually quite good when you consider the cost per key. At 37k, most of the main drops plus the supplies will cover the cost of the key, and if you get any of the uncommon or rare drops, you will make 4 times, 5 times back your money sometimes. I think if the keys drop down to maybe 30k each, this could be a really good money making method. 37k per key is a little bit high, I think, but we'll have to see. Alright guys, we are done with 100 of the Grubby keys, and this is the final loot. We got 100k cash, which came out to 10 individual cash rolls. We ended up getting the dragon dart drop twice and the dragon arrow tip drop 3 times, as well as just a bunch of different resource items. Let's just go ahead and price check it now. The total cost of the keys was around 3.7 mil, and the loot is 4.5, which means we profited roughly 800k from opening up Grubby chests. Now, that's actually pretty good considering that the keys are really new and potentially still a bit overpriced. I'd say if they drop down between 30 and 35k, it's actually going to be a really good money-making method. We almost made 1 mil an hour and we overpaid for the keys. We could have gotten them cheaper, but I was just impatient. I don't believe I got above average luck or anything. We got the dragon dart tip drop twice, and the arrow tips 3 times, and everything else just seems pretty consistent. However, we did make sure to pick up everything. Now, as far as costs, it did cost us a little bit in stamina potions, as well as law runes. So if we take 50k off of this, it means we made around 780k, which is still pretty good considering there are very minimal requirements to do this, and the amount of money invested wasn't that much either. Only 3.7 mil to get a 800k return is pretty good. Anyway guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave the video a like. I would appreciate it, and I will see you next time.